going on, Jerome's last season when the Minnesota Vikings signed Dalton Risner, former Kansas State Wildcat. Woo. That's right. He played very competently at left guard. Solid in pass protection, run blocking. But overall, he was a huge upgrade at the left guard spot. And this offseason, he was re-signed after the Vikings extended Blake Brandel on a 3-year deal to provide depth and competition to both of the guard spots. Brandel left guard and Ed Ingram head into year 3 at right guard. But the back injury, fortunately put in behind the 8 ball, started off the season on injured reserve. But some very good news out of TCO Performance Center Bar and Grill on Monday as come on up for the Risner. He is returning to practice the team and now, so he is back. He's back. This is very, very good news for the Vikings because, interior offensive line, still a bit questionable on the right side. And Risner, who had played only left guard throughout his NFL career, did practice quite a bit in training camp before he lifted that back injury at right guard because I think people knew. I think we know. We'll get into that in a second. But the mechanics of a 21-day practice window return to blah, blah, blah. After, same thing with Hockenson coming off of the PUP list. Same rules applies to injured reserve. So Risner gets to practice in full with the team. He does not count against the Vikings 53-man rooster while he's in this window. Same thing with Hockenson. So the Vikings still have an open roster spot after Jalen Redmond cleared waivers and is going to be added to the practice squad. So I'm not saying, I'm just saying. The 21-day calendar bye does not affect, but also you have to decide at the end of that 21-day window if he's going to be added to the 53 or he reverts to season-ending injured reserve. And the 21-day window for Risner starting today syncs up perfectly with the Week 9 matchup against the Colts on November 3rd. So that's likely going to be his target for return because, with the back injury, as a guy who's had some back issues, in the past as well as currently, it's not really much you can do. And with Hockenson too coming off that knee, both of them do have to work back into game shape, back into the flow of things, knock some of the rust off, and practicing is certainly going to help them before they get back into a game. But Ed Ingram, we wanted it to work out. All right, second round pick in 2022. Not so good as a rookie, whatever, last year. And run blocking, competent, right? So he's knocking guys around out there, which is fantastic, right? But pass blocking has still been an issue. And it's not so much skill. Like, he does have it, but it comes down to communication and miscommunications, and just like it's been an issue, right? So out of 78 qualifying guards, he has the third worst PFF pass blocking grade at 29.4, which is not good. He's also allowed 17 pressures and 3 sacks, and it's been the weak spot along the offensive line. And Bradbury, those two next to each other certainly hasn't been working out. But Ingram, if he is going to be benched, it could frankly be the best thing for him. As Dalton Risner, you have competent veteran presence. He has been working on that right side, like we said, throughout training camp. So if you have an offensive line of Darrisaw, Brandel, Bradbury, Risner, and Ed Ingram, all of a sudden, you're looking pretty good. And who's to say that this is the end for Ed Ingram? Maybe that's exactly what he needs. Just a step back, catch his breath, work on some fundamentals and technique with the coaching staff, and then he's able to be viable in the future, right? But Risner coming back certainly helps bolster the Vikings interior offensive line, something that they definitely need a lot of help on right now. But your thoughts are thoughts. Come on up for the Risner. A 21-day practice window. He's back. He's back, baby. Let us know your thoughts, our thoughts, comment section. You know what to do. Skull Production Value.